Hello, Intactivists. Today I have a special guest with me, Ade Solomon. How are you today?
I'm fine, sir.
That is awesome. So, who are you for those who don't know?
Um, for those people that don't know me, I'm Ade Solomon. I'm a registered health practitioner from Nigeria, West Africa.
Okay, so you are a practitioner in healthcare in
Yes, yes,
West
yes.
Africa.
I'm a community health practitioner, registered one.
All right, awesome. Your involvement in the Intactivist movement, like what do you do?
Okay. My involvement in interactivist movement started in 2017, 2017. That was when I graduated from College of Health and Nursing, and I got to know Torah, Nostora from United States. I got to know Nostora from United States that time. So it was Nostora that actually told me about interactivism. So me actually I don't know anything about interactivism until 2017 when Nostora actually approached me on my Facebook page when I was actually campaigning against female genital mutilation. So Nostora actually told me many things about male genital mutilation and the importance of foreskin. So after knowing this in 2017, I had to inform all my friends that are colleagues. They are also medical practitioners too. In fact, I have some friends who are medical doctors, and nurses. So I have to let them know about the new updates, the new information about foreskin, how to care for foreskin, because Tora speak now from California, United States. So she actually told me everything. So I was now educating my friends and colleagues about how to care for foreskin. So some of them actually listened to me, while some said, in as much they were not taught when they were in medical school, that they cannot listen to me, they cannot take my words like that. And in as much the leaders that we have in the medical field are not actually talking about it, that I should discard my information. That information is in the United States of America. I was like, wow. So you people could not actually think about this and research more to actually know better about how to care for foreskin and how to actually make sure that male genital mutilation is reduced in our community. So then I think 2018, I was working in an hospital. So the hospital I was working was actually private hospital in Lagos, Nigeria. So I've been working there. Actually, I was working in a geriatric department, that is a aged department, care of aged department where they take care of aged people, so aged people. So I've been working there until not quite long when they transfer me to Children's ward. So when I got to the Children's ward, it was 3 months after I got to the Children's ward. They now called me that I have to prepare I have to prepare a bed, a train, and everything for male circumcision. I was not telling the doctor in charge that male circumcision is a very bad thing. How do you want me to do it? I started explaining what Dora Speakner explained to me. I started explaining to the medical doctor. The medical doctor, the medical doctor um reported me to the chief medical director. Then the chief medical director contacted me and said he heard that I was actually talking against male genital mutilation. That what has gotten over me, what is the problem that I have? That do I want to stop their business? Do I want to stop the work they are doing in the hospital? Do I want to alter their progress in the hospital? I said no, it's because I know that male genital mutilation is bad and we have to stop it. And this thing have to start in the hospital, because if you don't start in the hospital, many people that are doing it elsewhere, they will not actually know that it is a bad habit. So before I got to know, the chief medical director discovered that maybe someone has actually polluted my mind, or maybe someone has actually won my mind against me genital mutilation. Actually, I know that they know that it is a bad habit, but because of the financial gain and the money they got from it, so the doctor had to fire me. He fired me. I was sacked. He actually fired me in 2018. That should be July 2018, and I got fired from the work. Then I have to be like, instead of me to start going for another work or looking for another work in an hospital, let me start home based care. Home based care, like going from one house to the other and then taking care of the aged there, on the vulnerable there, on the handicapped there. Then I started the home based service. I started giving people home based service. Then and I started fully my started my campaign with, I think I started with 4 members. They are my friends. We both graduated at the same time. When I started with them, we started moving from one house to the other, campaigning to people about the effects of male genital mutilation. I mean, the complications of genital mutilation. We started telling people about it. Started sensitizing people. We started hosting programs with our own finances. We started using our own money to actually campaign, because when I told Tora about the campaign stuff of it, Tora told me that if I want to start, I would like actually want American people to actually trust me. I have to start doing it by myself. I have to start using my own resources to campaign. So I was like, okay, if that is the case, actually before I could gain recognition, I could be able to use my own resources and start doing the campaign. Then I started because I had a little service at that time. So I started the campaign and I started doing it. I was doing it that time not actually because I knew that I wanted to get the recognition. I was actually doing it because I know that I'm saving the life of the future generation, and I'm saving the life of people that are around me, because 80% of people that in Nigeria here are circumcised. 80% are circumcised. When I'm talking about that, I'm talking about my own tribe, Yoruba people. They are circumcised. But when we went to the north, because I've been to Katsina, I've been to Kano, I've been to Kaduna, which are another part of Nigeria. When we get to there, when we got there, we actually noticed that Hausa people don't mutilate children. They don't mutilate their boys. They don't mutilate their children at all. And that is why other part of Nigeria refer to them as primitive, primitive. And some people even call them animals, because they don't mutilate their children. And that is why the government now centered their attention to the northern part of Nigeria to actually penetrate them by giving them enough money for mutilation. In fact, they are sponsoring another part of Nigeria medical service with a lot of money for them to actually mutilate their children. Then, if there's a family whereby any child is not mutilated, the government will actually fund the family for them to actually mutilate such a baby. But there's still some people who actually, because of their religion, didn't permit them to mutilate a child. So once you tell them that they should mutilate, they will tell you no, 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 they can't mutilate. That is their religion. Why some people, some part of their Nigeria here, generally I can say some people are actually mutilating their babies as a result of cultural practice. And this cultural practice is one of the reasons why we can see that there are so many people doing that. Because of cultural practice, we now have so many mutilators. And if when we started our campaign, we got to know that most people that are actually mutilating children, they are doing it for cultural reasons. And when we approach them, why are you guys doing it for? Are you guys doing it because you are ignorant that male genital mutilation is a bad habit? Or are you guys doing it because you just enjoy doing it? Or are you guys doing it because your forefathers did it? So I said when we started our home to like house to house campaign with my member, because in my members we have nurses, we have a student doctor, that's a medical student, we have medical laboratory scientists, we have health educators as my member, because I have those people as my friends. They are my friends from childhood friends, and we really determined to take this campaign to hell length. So we started it with our finances, with our resources to actually push this campaign, so that people could actually know that we are doing something for the children, for the next generation, for the coming generation rather. So we now started asking people what could be the reason why they mutilate. Some told us that it was because of their religion. Some told us that it was because of their cultural practice. And eventually some are actually doing it because of their forefathers did it. And some are actually doing it because their friends or neighbors or any other person they see around or the community practices it. So we have so many reasons why people conducted this act. And we now see that the majority part of it is because of ignorance. Many people did not even know the complication of male genital mutilation until we started showing them videos and picture of uh, how complicated circumcision could be and happen to a child. So some of them could actually told us that what will happen. Sometimes they believe that something will happen if you don't mutilate. If you actually mutilated, if you don't mutilate, some problem will occur. We started telling them that there won't be any problem occurring to your child if you actually leave your child uncut. That being occult is the perfect, because when you think of the foreskin is the most sensitive part of the penis, of the main penis. So we actually educate people like that, to the extent that I think um 2018, ending of 2018, by December, I approached Shad Republic. I approached Shad Republic. I went to Ghana. I went to Ghana. Then from Ghana, after I met some guys in Ghana, they have to let me get contact of people from Cameroon and Niger Republic. Yes, Niger Republic. So actually, our members are in Chad Republic, Cameroon, and Niger Republic. Just of recent, I started chatting with a guy that said he wanted to take campaign hub in in Benin Republic. That is Cotonou, in Benin Republic. So I actually love the guy because of the fact that he has been speaking against gender mutilation, not for his own selfish gain, but actually, I think the guys really know the truth about the complications and the effect of gender mutilation. So, last 2019, we begun city to city campaign. We have the videos, we have the pictures, everything I'm seeing, we have the records and everything. So we begun city to city campaign, and as for Nigeria here, we have campaign in 7 cities. We have campaign in many 7 cities. Though actually sometimes my members will be very busy at work. So as at that time, we were actually doing our own best by using the little savings we have to host campaign little by little, go on Facebook, post something against gender mutilation, and actually on WhatsApp group, we have WhatsApp platform whereby we educate people on harmful cultural practices, which male and female gender mutilation is part of the harmful cultural practices. So in 2019, we started our feeding program, because we're actually thinking of what we'll be doing to the actually that will captivate the attention of these people. Because sometimes when we go out and meet people, they will chase us away. Some people call us devil. These are the challenges that we face. Some call us devil. Where are these people coming from? Why are they campaigning this way? Some will chase us away. Some will even have to be arrested. Some will even be like, they must arrest this boy. I was slapped many different on several occasions. So because of this, we now said we have to be doing a program that will actually captivate the minds and the attention of people. So we started feeding programs, and the feeding program is always we are hosting it by December 22nd, so that at least we help the needy, we help the handicapped, the vulnerables. We share food. Then while sharing food to them, while feeding them, we actually place our projector slide. We have our different kinds of topics. We have different kind of topics. I don't know if I can share screen here. I would have loved to share screen.
Okay. Just keep it safe for
Okay.
YouTube. Okay, you got it?
Okay. See,
Wow,
these are the topic.
you
Can you
are
see now?
sharing me. Okay. Hello, guys.
This is one of our topics. Circumcision beats the medical practice. This is
Okay.
how we actually educate people. This is how we actually educate people. We place it on projector slide. We actually tell them the meaning of circumcision. Circumcision is a forceful act or practice of cutting, scraping, condemning, humiliating, and destroying and slicing the genital organs of people without their consent. This is an appalling and horrible act that needs to be abolished for medical system without a second thought. How do we say our parental or clinical role is to destroy what is created? Why we cannot create any? That is stupidity. Um, you see another one. We now say factor leading to circumcision, male genital mutilation, and female genital mutilation in Africa. Number one factor is ignorance. This is how we started teaching people traditional belief. And most of them believe that because we have actually gone to a community whereby they told us that it's because of their tradition, because their forefathers did it, because it is their tradition. That's why they cannot stop. I okay. I said there's a community that actually spoke about the circumcision cause to be traditional belief. In that community, they told us the reason for them to be cutting their children is because of their traditions. So because of that, our feeding program last year, that was 2022, was held in that community, and we have the picture. We actually used one of the churches in that community to have the feeding program, and we show them the complication of male genital mutilations, the sub-incision of male genital organs, and how alteration of male anatomy can actually lead to infertility later in future. We show them. Then we now see as another factor leading to circumcision is poor health education. Sometimes it is not about shouting. It's not about shouting along the road that they should stop. Sometimes it's not about shouting along the road that they should stop. Sometimes it's not about being aggressive to people who actually mutilated their children. And sometimes it's not about being offensive or abusive in words. These people lack the orientation. These people are ignorant. What they need from us is the health education. They need the right channel from us. They need the right education from us. These people are ignorant, and I think ignorance is the cause of wrongdoings. Many of these people that are actually cutting their baby, they don't actually know the consequences. They don't know the complications, and they don't know the after effects. And another factor is wickedness. Because I actually asked him, why did you mutilate your baby? He said, I just want to mutilate my baby. My parents mutilated me now. It's something they did to me. I have to do it to my baby. That is wickedness. I told the man, you are practicing wickedness. And wickedness will stop. And there's a way we can stop it. Please, whenever you give birth to a next baby, don't mutilate it. Don't mutilate your next baby. And I said, the man jokingly laugh. Actually, we have been going to meeting time on time. So another risk factor that leads to circumcision is there are some people, they have no reason why they circumcise baby. Some people have no reason. They just want to follow the crowd. They just want to do it. They have no reason. Then I said, if you can check those factors leading to circumcision approved, we will see that I didn't include some points. Other might say are the causes. The other causes that actually I didn't include was actually financial gain on profit. Some people are actually advertising genital mutilation because of what they will get from it, because of the money, because of the financial gain. And that is why you see them wandering around advertising on genital mutilation. And I say in Africa, ignorance is because of their wrongdoing. They have been deluded, medically brainwashed. Even most of our medical practitioners in the hospital, they will not tell the truth. Some of them will be telling about their hypospadias, will be giving reason like phimosis, hypospadias, or hyperphimosis. These are not reason why you should mutilate your baby. There's so many ways you can care for the foreskin and there won't be any problem. So these are the way we are actually doing it so that we can actually solve this problem. We actually recommend rehabilitative health services for people who actually have this delusion. They first believe that the, the genital organ, or sorry, the foreskin is an extra skin. Or people who believe that the foreskin is a dangerous skin. We actually recommend rehabilitative health service for them, because I think, how could a man talk about you are a Christian? Okay, let's for instance, I'm talking to Christians now. You're a Christian and you believe in creationism. And I think I have another one that talk about that. You're a Christian, you believe in creationism, and creationism is when you actually believe that everything God created, there was no error. Everything God created, there was no error. But well, hey, good, I have it. Everything God created, there was no error. And you're actually saying as a Christian that the foreskin is an error. That means you're actually saying that God did error, did mistake. If you're a Christian and you believe that God created nothing like error, that is an instance. And you actually believe that foreskin is an error. It's very simple to analyze. I say circumcision a medical, cultural, and religious fraud. What is creationism? I analyze it. I say creationism is a belief by the Christian that the universe and the God and living organism originate from specific act of divine creation, which is by God. As in the biblical account, this means creation of man was done without any mistake or error. Creation of man was done without any mistake or error. Meaning, doesn't mean that God now actually created a mistake by creating the first thing. When you believe as a Christian that creation of human being was done without any mistake, first thing is not a mistake. Then first thing is not a mistake. So why do you not think there's a need to genitally mutilate a body created without error? That is my question to Christians, and that is one of the questions we actually ask people in the churches. Why do you think that there's a need to genitally mutilate a body created without error? if you are a Christian and you actually believe in creationism? Is it for aesthetic purpose? Because I actually have a deep video here. I interview a woman and she talk about if we don't actually circumcise the baby by cutting the first day, the corona part of the male penis will not show, and there will not be, it will not look fine, it will not look beautiful. I said, what is the beauty in cutting? Is there any beauty in reducing the skin of human, of a genital organ? Is there any beauty you are actually adding to it? So I proceeded and I said circumcision is religious delusion and fallacy. Actually, I believe in this because it's actually what I actually projected and actually taught people about it. I said it's a fallacy. If you look at the world today, you believe that it's only people that have the error in reasoning that could actually believe that this is a is an extra skin. Why can't we do more research and see that circumcision has many nerve endings, and when being cut, you lost it many of these nerve endings. You lost some of these nerve endings, and eventually there will be a reduction in sensitivity. There will be a reduction in sensitivity, and this can actually lead to psychological trauma and some other effects that could actually tamper with the life of that person physically and reproductively. So we're actually saying this because we know that circumcision is a religious delusion. It's only in one church whereby a pastor was actually campaigning against male genital mutilation, and the man used Bible to campaign against it. He was actually talking about Galatians, was where he's saying that Jesus was not interested in circumcision of babies anymore. It was in the Old Testament where they made something like they should circumcise baby. The man actually proved the point to it to the congregation. So that pastor, I really love him very well. That he actually makes sense for our campaign. He actually did well. He contributed a lot for our campaign. So I say people who do it need medical rehabilitation. People who circumcise baby need medical rehabilitation and health education. Sometimes fighting physically will not stop them. Like I told Brother K sometimes ago, I said sometimes fighting these people, shouting along the road, doing the protest, maybe aggressively or calmly or peacefully, will not actually stop these people. Because a time will come in America whereby they will make a law that any blood statement they see on the road, they should get him or her arrested. So fighting people that actually circumcise baby physically is not will not stop them, because this is a psychological behavior to the extent that their brain is 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 affected. So the brain is already affected. What we need to do is to keep educating them, then seek for psychological education to actually change their mentality. So I said they need treatment. Some of them need treatment. They need our encouraging words. Okay, now for instance, now like a mother who actually circumcised his baby, you condemn such a mother. Actually, the mother might eventually circumcise baby as a result of ignorance, or as a result of maybe she listened to one of her friends. Such a mother, you don't need to say or condemn her. You need to just encourage her. Tell her that another time, please don't circumcise your baby. Make some provisions. I've used my own savings. I've used my own savings. Most especially last year, I used my own savings to give people food. I got to know Mr. Cody from the United States. The man really supported me last year, 2022. The man really tried. Then he supported me to the extent that he was using his own money to support African activism. Not only me, in fact, supporting Mukasa, supporting Maluba, supporting Sherry from Kenya. All these people are from Kenya and Uganda, supporting many African activists. Then this man really supported me to the extent that I will go to many campuses, university campuses, to give the student union leaders packages, provision that will make them really be part of us and make them to speak against what we speak against. This is how we can do it, that will make the awareness to be everywhere, to spread. So I said, because I can just serve as a means of survival to some of them, that's why we have to provide provision for them, something like a substitute. We have to substitute their means of survival. Some of these traditional birth attendants, they circumcise baby for their daily living, for their living. If you don't circumcise baby, they will not eat. So we have to provide means of survival for them. And that is how I started doing mine. Because there are so many strategies you can use to win hearts of many people in their mind. And this is one of the strategies we can use to win their hearts. I said, do not condemn the ignoramuses. Because some of these circumstances are not actually wicked. Some are just ignorant. So do not condemn these ignoramuses. Educate them. Change them positively. Reinforce them. They are useful for the campaign against MGL. They will be the one to come out that I've circumcised baby for 10 years, but now I don't circumcise baby again. And whenever people listen to them, people will believe them because they were there when they were circumcising them, when they are circumcising children. So these are the people who can actually use. I said, simply, circumcision is a dubious way to defraud parents. Sir, and every listener listen to me, every person here listening to me, I will tell you categorically that circumcision is a dubious way to defraud parents. Why do I say so? I've worked in an hospital, and whenever a person gives birth to a baby, a male child, that is baby boy, the hospital will not tell the parent that circumcision is evil and they should not do it. The reason why I'm saying this is I've seen a lot of circumcision, but I've not conducted anyone. And those ones I've seen, whenever they want to do it, they trap the baby down. They will trap the baby down, and they will bring a surgical knife. They start cutting. When they start the cutting, bleeding will occur, hemorrhage will start. They would like to arrest the bleeding. They would like to arrest the bleeding. Sometimes a mistake might occur. Maybe the person that want to circumcise might usually cut an artery or vein, and the blood, and one of the blood vessels, and that one of the blood vessels, and you start, blood will start gushing out. And before they start to arrest something, so maybe have actually lost their life via this. And eventually, the baby actually escaped this. The baby will actually be experiencing pain after circumcision, pains. It will be like 7 to 14 days pain. And imagine releasing such a baby to the parents, and the parent doesn't even know how to take care of wound, how to dress wound. The baby will develop infections. And when the baby develops infection can result to death. Infection can result to anything. Infection can result to alteration of the male anatomy, which can affect the baby later in future, causing infertility. These are the things. And I said circumcision also destroy the baby and cause penile nerve injury, which result to poor or no sexual enjoyment it means. And whenever such it may be, because at the coronal part of the penis, there will be a scar. Even let's say the wound heal, there will be a scar, and this scar is actually bringing painful sexual intercourse whenever you are having anything with your partner. These are the things we should think. We are not actually thinking about this present moment. The babies are actually having the pains, infections, or any trauma. What about the psychological effects later years? What about psychological effects as it proceeded later? What about any other thing that will happen afterwards? What about the trauma? What about the low self-esteem? What about all these things? I mean, I'm affected, and I know what is happening, and I know how reduced my genital organ is because of male genital mutilation. So I said lastly here, I said, fight medical fraud, because one of the medical frauds we have is circumcision. With your energies, resources, and power, anything you have, fight it with it. Fight it with it. I talks on circumcision, the belief, the misconception, delusions, fraud behind it. Can you see? This is our banners. Can you see?
Okay.
We want to make more bigger banner than this. Want to make bigger one.
Are you guys gonna get a banner for Intact Africa, or are you guys gonna keep using the Bloodstained Men?
I want to get for Intact Africa. I want to change from Bloodstained Men.
Okay.
For the promotion of good health. Then we actually tell them about the surgical complications. We tell them the scanning always occur. Uneven circumcision is common. 50% of examined circumcised male and female adhesion, skin bridges, urethral fistulas, hypospadias, and the rest. Then concealing and needle penis, all these penile amputation. These are the things that people need to know. Complication. We tell them more about complication. We tell them more about medical condition requiring circumcision. Not that you just start saying you want to go and mock. Then their parent baby boys, circumcised and intact. We tell them the difference of the two. People should stop lying that when you circumcise your baby, you prevent it from HIV. This is a typical lies. This is lies. People should stop this lie that what is bush circumcision? We have everything here.
Hey, Intactivist, that was Ade Solomon. If you would like to hear more of him, please leave it down in the comments that you like this video, and please give it a thumbs up and comment and also share. Also, you can go ahead and support Intact Africa if you want as well. I'll leave a link in the description. Thank you for watching. Bye!